If you're doing the push-ups in your calisthenics training to build your chest, but you're actually not feeling your chest muscles work, then you should try the rings push-ups. The exercise is great because the rings are free to move, so you're not limited to the fixed position that the floor push-ups force you to be in. And now, using the rings, you can fully stretch your pecs at the bottom of the position and fully bring your arms closer to your midline at the top of the position, which activates your chest muscles even more. So let's get to it. Now, as usual, let's go through the form cues to make sure we are learning the technique properly. Form cue number 1 is to make sure that you have a straight body line from your head to your toes. So for example, if I'm here in the rings push-up, I'm making sure that my body, my entire body from head to toe is in a straight position, as you can see from the side view. Form cue number 2 is all about having your arms locked out, your elbows locked out, and your shoulder blades protracted and retracted. If you have no idea what retraction and protraction means, have a look at the card on screen right now. I have a playlist that goes through the 4 main movements for the shoulder blades, which is really very important for anyone doing calisthenics. All right, so to demonstrate here again, the first thing I want to do is to make sure that my arms are locked out. I do this by really forcing and locking out my elbows, making sure that there's no bend, nothing like this. They are completely locked out. This is number 1. Doing this, next step is to protract my scapula and retract them as well. Then we follow to form cue number 3, which is about having your elbows tucked in close to your body when you're going to the bottom of the position. You don't want to flare out your elbows because this is going to put your shoulders in a lot of stress. It can actually cause pain or even injury. So to demonstrate what I mean about having your elbows in, I'll get myself again on a push-up position. And when I'm going into the bottom position, as you can see here, my elbows are very close to my body. They are not like this, just very close. If we're doing a wide push-up, we can have the elbows in a 45 degrees angle or so, like this. But for the purpose of this push-up, we are very close here to the body. And finally, the form cue number 4 is rings turn out. What we want to do is to externally rotate our shoulders so that this part of the elbow here is facing forward. You want to have your arms like this. When you do this at the top position, you're going to feel a very big contraction on your pec muscles. So you're at the bottom position, you're going to get a very good stretch on your chest. And then when you go to the top position, you lock out your arms and you go into an RTO, contract your pec muscles, and you hold it for 1 second. Again, I'm gonna go down very slowly, elbows in, and then I engage my chest, I proceed with a push, I lock my elbows, I will then do the turnout here. All right, now that we've gone through all the form cues, let's put everything together and perform our very first ring push-ups, okay? So let's get into a push-up position. The first thing I want to look for is to make myself stable on the rings. I don't want to be shaking like this. You can, if you want, straddle your feet a little bit if required. It will help you be more stable. Now we're gonna go to the bottom of the position. I'm doing my best to bring the rings to my armpits, so I really get that nice stretch on my pec muscles. Now I'm going to use my pecs, my chest muscles, to push myself up, lock my arms, rings turn out, and this is the secret sauce. I click the rings like this. I click them together, hold for a second, and perform the ring push-ups yet again. The clicking to me is where the contraction of the chest muscle is the strongest. So I really recommend you guys to do this clicking, and you will feel at the end of your workout, I promise you, you will be feeling your chest muscles burning. Now, if you're finding very difficult to do the rings turn out, the RTO, and being stable on this position and clicking, I have a very simple drill to show you to you guys. But before we do, if you're enjoying the video, please leave the video a thumbs up. It will really help the channel grow. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay, cool. So the drill is very simple. All you're going to do is put yourself again in a push-up position. Make sure you're stable here, you're not shaky, okay? And now all you're gonna do is lock, turn out, click. Stop, lock, turn now, click. And do as many repetitions as you want here, so that you can really build the adaptations in your body to find that stability and that contraction on your pec muscles. And another thing that I love about the rings is that the regression and progression with the rings are very simple. For example, in the push-up here, I'm in the bottom position, almost horizontal to the floor, and it might be very difficult for you. So all you have to do is walk up, and then you see that you're more vertical to the ground, and it might become easier to perform the push-up here. If it's still hard, another step in, and you're even more vertical, so the push-up will be even easier. So find for yourself a position in the rings that is difficult, but not too difficult, where you're able to do 3 sets of 15 repetitions. And from there, you progress by bringing your feet back and being more horizontal to the floor, making the exercise more difficult. And on screen right now, you can see my video on the pike push-up. The pike push-up is one of the best calisthenics exercises to build strong shoulders. And really, shoulders are probably the most important muscle and joint for calisthenics athletes. So why don't you meet me on the next video and let's go through it. I'll see you legends on the next one.